Good morning, sir. Myself, P.Kolhe. I am a research student of GT Majan College of Engineering, Facebook. So I am participated in International Weight Conference on Science, Engineering and Technology, that is IWCSET 2020 on 15 May, 16 May 2020. So the topic of my research is influence of various parameters on condition monitoring of bearings under the guidance of Dr. G. Chaudhary, sir. So these are the contents of my research. All of you know that the bearing is the most important component in any rotary machine. So what is the necessity of bearing, why bearings are needed, why number of times bearings are failed, so what are the techniques to avoid these. So bearings in today's industry, maintenance is one of the main procedures which has considerably high amount of cost regularly, and due to the amount and regularity of the cost, maintenance has been paid a long and dedicated attention by researchers and engineers since the start of automated mass production in any industry. Where there are moving parts on a machine, there are bearings. So bearing is important parts of any rotary components, and its failure causes failure of whole machinery in any industry. So also it is necessary to ensure the safe and efficient operation of rotating machinery. So number of times bearing are fails. The bearings are fails due to manufacturing error, improper assembly, loading operation or lubrication. Even if bearing is perfectly made, assembled, it will eventually fail due to the fatigue of the bearing material. So condition monitoring is the best process of predictive maintenance, which monitors the current condition in order to ensure safety of the machine and predicting the future condition of machines while is in operation. So vibration analysis is the most effective tools for monitoring the current condition of bearing. In order to continue the working machines, it is necessary to monitor the health of machine during its operation with a view to diagnose the fault in the machine. So condition monitoring maintenance is preferred in industry nowadays. The objective of my research is to develop more accurate and sensitive condition monitoring, fault detection and diagnostics tool that can be used for fault detection of bearing. Then second is to predict vibration characteristics of healthy and defective bearing under different speeds and loads. Third is to focus on condition monitoring techniques, that is vibration analysis in frequency domain analysis. Next, to construct a single rotor test rig supporting used bearing and to test used bearing under static and dynamic conditions. So the comparative review of literature shows these are the comparative reviews of literature searched by many authors in their respective publications. Uh, so in which the previous research work done in critical view of bearings. After the selection of research area, that is vibration analysis on condition monitoring, it is required to go through various research work done on bearing like defective and healthy bearing. It was found that most of research has been undertaken on bearings. So the problem identification is that literature use the criteria of design and development of condition mounted bearing for the experimental work with design of experimental pan. Therefore, there is much gap in research of condition mounted techniques, and previous researcher does not consider different types of healthy and defective bearings for the measurement of stress developed. These are the structures of bearing, and these are the bearing types. These arrows show the load carrying capacity of this bearing. This shows the speed rotation, and this shows the accuracy of the bearing. So the identification of selection of parameters are acceleration, load for average speed and high speed, temperature, lubrication and lubricant cleanness, low starting and running friction, high radial thrust and dynamic load, low initial cost. The alternative element will deal with the bearing alignment, also measurement of stress develop, deformation, material properties and thickness. So proposed methodology is that experimental setup will apply during this analysis to gather the information signals